I met Jon in 1969. We were going to college together, and I met him in the Student Union building, and we were playing pool together. And I found out he was a much better pool player than I was.
There's so many different levels to, Jon Petersen, and to sit there and try to summarize him in one statement, it's really impossible.
His greatest legacy beyond business, I think, is his family. They possess some of the same attributes that he does: hard work, honesty, generosity. You'll never find a more generous person, both with his time and his resources. And I've seen Jon take young people under his wing and listen to their ideas and offer advice and support them in business.
There were people that were born to follow, and there are people who were born to lead. He was born to lead. He is committed, family first, leads by example.
He's very hardworking. I'd say I give him that. I mean, that's his main attribute, I guess, is hard work, and he believes in hard work. And I mean, I guess his motto is, "If you stop moving, you'll rust." And he's very compassionate too. Likes giving back to community. He's been on many boards. I mean, it takes a significant amount of his time, and he loves to do it and loves his community. And
no, I mean, he's always said work hard, play hard, and he plays hard.
And
he loves to have a good time, but he also likes to get it done.
He serves on boards because he wants to do something good for that organization or the community. He's always believed in giving back. I remember when he was working to build the Sutton's Children's Hospital, he didn't do it because he wanted to just be connected to a children's hospital. I mean, he was behind it because he believed that it was the right thing for the community.
We joined the same fraternity. We got to be great friends. He was the person that taught me how to hunt and fish. I was a city boy from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He was from Shreveport, Louisiana. And as most people know, everybody hunts and fishes in Louisiana.
The culture of our organization has probably become one that's more family-like because he cares so much about the well-being of all our employees.
My father was a very driven guy about learning. He was a very academic guy. And between the two of them, my father got me, I guess I got some of his curiosity about things, and my grandfather just loved to work, and it wasn't about making money, it was about success, just accomplishing what you set out to do.
I would say he inspires me through his work ethic, hard work. And I think what a big inspiration of his life was his grandfather, our great-grandfather. He immigrated here from Denmark, and I'm not sure when, in late 1800s, I guess, and he was just an immigrant, and he turned out to be an extremely successful person, and he actually died at his desk when he was 89 years old, working still. And I think he inspired my dad, and I think my dad is going to continue to work like that for a long time, and I think his work ethic is what inspires me.
He cares about all of our employees, therefore they all care about each other. It's obvious that when he is around the business, he wants things done in the best interest of our customers and in the best interest of our employees.
Jon has done an exemplary job grooming his children to work in the industry.
And my dad always made it very clear to me as I grew up that you're not entitled to anything, and if you're going to get a job working in my company, then you're going to have to earn every bit of it. And so I always just went at everything I did with the mentality that I have to earn whatever I'm going to get.
I can tell him anything and say anything and not feel like he's
not judgmental at all. Something's wrong with you, he's not going to judge you by any means. I mean, he just wants to help people, and he's very kind, he's very loving, and he's very compassionate.
He's someone I can call and complain or feel sorry for myself, and he listens. And
when he bought the store, it was in December of '88. He was very nervous, and I remember him driving back to Shreveport so excited knowing that we just sold 2 cars the first day we were open. And there was a lot of discussion, what should we name it? Should it be Baton Rouge Honda? That was the original name, was Baton Rouge Honda. And the more and more we talked about it, he's like, I just kind of believe in teamwork, and together everyone achieves more. That's kind of our slogan. And he's like, I just think the name team just kind of summarizes the way I want everyone to act and work around here as a team.
And I do believe, I absolutely believe from the bottom of my heart, and I've been probably a nag to my kids about it, but you cannot just take. You've got to give. You've got to participate in the American economic system, or the system will fail.
It's funny, he has his sense of humor is beyond. He's a great storyteller.
He is a storyteller.
Yeah.
Trent Warwick says that commercial, The Most Interesting Man, the beer commercial, he's like, that's your dad.
Who doesn't want to be like John? he's interesting. He just does great stuff. I mean, I don't have too many friends that jump out of helicopters to go skiing, that race cars, and have played golf with Tiger Woods. I'd like to be John.
I remember Lee Iacocca said one time, they asked him what, again, 25 words or less, how would you encourage somebody to be successful in life? And he said, don't ever, 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 ever give up. And I think the one thing that, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but persistent. I think try is a really good aspect to have.
My mom has always joked, but it's so true. She's always said, you should have been a professor. And I don't know how well you know my dad, but he can talk to anybody about any topic from any demographic for hours.
John's dad had a swimming pool in the backyard. We climbed up on the roof and we were vaulting from the roof into the swimming pool, trying to show off to these young ladies. One of them turned out to be his wife, Michelle, and it's probably the best movie ever made, because it is true that behind every good man, there is a great woman, and Michelle is certainly a very great woman.
So I got a call from a friend of mine that I went to high school with, and she says, hey, by the way, I just took your dad to the hospital. I was like, you just took my dad to the hospital? She said, yeah, we were on our way to church, and I saw him laying over on the side of the road on his bike. I was like, oh no, not again, because he'd already been hit by a car once when I was in 8th grade. Well, this time I find out that he actually was doing the hitting of the car by rearing him with his bike, and she said, oh, don't worry, he's fine. He just went to the back windshield. It's all good.
Fun to be around, taking you out driving fast in a sports car. It's doing stuff you shouldn't have been doing with us, but
Never perceive him to be, his mild-mannered nature, to perceive that would be weak in any way, because it is completely, the opposite. But he is a perfect gentleman.
well, he's always showed us to give back, that you don't just take, you always need to give back to less fortunate people. And his grandfather, who Ryan spoke about earlier, he was very big on nonprofits and giving back to the community, and I think it taught my dad a lot to do the same, and it's taught us to do the same.
He's just a great man. He's definitely my hero.
Great father, exemplary husband. He's got 3 children, 2 boys and a beautiful daughter. And he and his wife have had 11 grandchildren. So it keeps him very busy. He loves all the members of his family. He stays in touch with them, and he and Michelle are just wonderful people.